Alrighty. This is Daryl Bates from Bad Mojo Media, and we're back again. And as I had said yesterday, looking forward to having an amazing individual in here today, Chris Lavin from XPS, sitting beside me, legend and the myth. And I have a lot of questions to ask him, and fairly certain audience too. That a lot of people will know who Chris is on a lot of platforms that he owns businesses and runs different things. So let's begin, first of all, introducing Chris Lavin and see what he has to say about where he's at and what he's doing with his career.
Well, what am I doing with my career right now? I'm in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada, which is my really favorite city in the world. So I'm happy that you're here.
Me too.
And happy to be here with you, more importantly, right?
Yep.
I've known Daryl for quite some time.
Yep.
No, and we've had a lot of experiences together.
We're both cheeseheads.
And I was very excited to hear that, you had this podcast going on.
Yep.
And, I definitely raised my hand in the back of the audience and was waving it, saying, hey, I'd like to be there. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for being here.
Anyways, wherever we want to go with this, we can go to a lot of different places.
Right.
Obviously, you're seeing the benefits of the podcast and how that's going to bring people into the light, which is great.
Yes, for sure. I think that's something that we all got to talk more about as this unfolds. But first, I think just, speak kind of what's on your mind, because I got some questions that I think I want to ask you to really help this thing unfold.
Yeah, so I was really catapulted into the industry by watching some people doing videos on YouTube and creating some of my own YouTube videos.
And you're one of the first to make some of the coolest things that I've seen.
Yeah, so we made a lot of videos to the tune of a couple hundred of them, and to where you almost ran out of things to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to go, wow, I got to really think of some more stuff to do that's cooler than the last,
than
right?
the last one, right? You always got
because you don't want to be repetitious.
No, if it becomes the same thing, it's boring.
Right. So I don't like to be boring.
No. No, you never are.
Julie at my company says that I come in like a tornado.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have all these great people that help piece everything back together, which we have the
usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspect number
Jimmy
one,
Dr.
Jimmy. Yeah.
He'll have to poke his nose in here before it's over.
So we flew into Las Vegas last week, Tuesday. I'm developing right now a concept of chain stores that are going to be Xtreme Express stores, which is going to be for people that are looking to buy DIY resin, for contractors that are doing the projects that can buy resin, you know what I'm saying, and not have to worry about paying these exuberant
prices.
Prices and freight charges.
Right. That's huge too, and I can speak from experience there.
Because it's the hazmat material, so we're trying to get select points of distribution to where we can reach out to enough contractors. We're building websites throughout the United States to help draw people that are looking to have jobs done. And then we're disbanding those leads to contractors that are near these stores.
Right.
So they can benefit from A, going and closing the job.
Right.
B, utilizing the material that's going to be there,
right.
which will be our brand of material.
Yeah.
And also to pay a percentage back of what the job is to continue the marketing campaigns.
Right.
So everybody that we've spoke to, there's really not a guy out there that doesn't want to have a lead sent to him.
Absolutely. So it's kind of a full frontal attack, really, is what you're doing. You're hitting it from all sides.
Yeah, and then when people use the material and they like it, right? Because everybody loves the material that we have at Xtreme. They then have a choice to make when they get the job on their own, whether they want to use my material or use somebody else's.
Right.
So I'm always a firm believer, if somebody's helping feed you,
Yep.
buy their material, use their material.
Respect that relationship.
Yeah, so that's,
It's kind of all about what business is. I don't care what industry you're in. It's about building relationships, and that's one of your strong suits. I can speak from experience.
Yeah,
It's
so
growing relationship.
So we've opened up Oklahoma City, we opened up Indiana, we opened up Nashville, Tennessee, and we just did the showroom for the last 3 days up in St. George, Utah, which is really it's not a big area.
No, but it is a specific kind of area.
Yeah, it's a couple 100,000 people.
It's beautiful. It's right in the mountains, or just right in your face. It's very fresh air type of environment. When I was there, I loved it.
Yeah, the red rocks are something that you got to see. The camera won't, grab all that.
No, it's like
it has to offer,
the work we do. It doesn't capture the in-depth beauty of things.
Right, like you can take a picture of that nice table that you have over there, and it looks good in the picture, but it looks way better live.
Oh, of course.
It's like a glitter floor.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, I said, listen, the glitter floor, you never get like the true look of the glitter floor unless it's live.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And when you see it in person, and another thing too about the glitter floors, at least I noticed myself, is that without the right lighting, it doesn't speak to the depth that it holds.
Right.
I mean, if you've got the right people that understand that and they want to put lighting in the right places around the floor like that, they'll get a whole new life to it. That's just crazy.
So my whole background comes to, I was big in the diamond tool industry for years. National Diamond was definitely one of the higher recognized companies for selling diamond saw blades throughout the U.S. and abroad. And in 2009, 2008, when the economy crashed, that's pretty much when I had to redevelop myself, and I got involved and intrigued into the polished concrete arena.
Right.
My good friend Jimmy over there had just gotten laid off of a job that he had been with for years, running. You were basically a facility management person that was managing 8 stores for Lord and Taylor. And I got intrigued by this little grinder that was at this booth next to us at the World of Concrete. I'm like, damn, look at that. I said, I think I could maybe polish some driveways with that machine. Like, that'd be cool, right?
Did you ever polish a driveway?
Yeah, we have. We've
you did?
Yeah, we have. But we did it for the first like 6 or 7 years. So it was kind of crazy
starts,
like that,
Yeah.
And the machine we bought was never like one that we continued to use because it wasn't the right machine.
Right.
And then when I got out there into the machine and grinder world, it's just like, I think I can develop a better mousetrap.
Right.
So that's what we did. We went to work and we developed a better mousetrap.
Great way to put it.
So we created the Concrete Genie. And everybody's like, oh, well, it's just a 2-head grinder. Well, it's what we feel that makes our grinder better than everybody else's grinder or some of the things that we've done to it. So
durability, for one. You
Yeah.
sold enough units and had success with that it wouldn't be successful if it wasn't a good unit.
yeah, people love the Concrete Genie. It's been our our bread and butter.
Yep. Everybody in the industry has seen one, if not bought one.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
and it's so
including myself.
what's so funny is that the other people, when a small machine is referred to in the marketplace, they're like, oh, that's a Genie.
Yeah, right. They
That's a
all call
Genie,
it-
And
you've done something right then.
yeah, so that's good. And when I got into the YouTube thing, all of a sudden it was like I did a glitter floor, the video of that, and all of a sudden it was I had 4,000, 5,000 views, 6,000 views, and all of a sudden, literally overnight, it jumped to like 300,000.
That's crazy.
And all of a sudden you're like, wow, what the heck's going on here? Like, where did this video go to be able to get all of this traction, right? And then it went up to 1 million views. I'm like, wow, I hit my first million.
That's crazy.
I felt like I was McDonald's freaking
man, I'm
hamburgers.
telling you,
know
right?
what I'm saying? over 1 million hamburgers.
Like a damn
served.
rock star of the industry. I mean, I'm sure that's where that came from, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so from that point forward, people then were starting to call me and saying, hey, listen, we'd like to buy some of this glitter that you use in this video. And during these processes, I mean, I can tell you that I sell a lot of pounds of just glitter and glitter only over the internet.
Yeah, and that's a huge thing. And right now, oddly enough, glitter has become just a strange thing. It's its own platform. It's its own life. I've noticed glitter being used everywhere, in just about every kind of aspect imaginable.
Well, people like shiny things, and I'm one of these guys. I like shiny things.
Yeah, I like a little bling now and then.
Yeah, give me the glitter, give me the diamonds,
right.
give me the nice jewelry. That's what I'm all about.
Well, it makes a statement. It's different than the norm, and that's the thing. I think one of the things that I recognized early on too, which pushed me into so many different directions, is that you become stagnant with one thing. So after a while of laying metallic, I love metallic, and there's still new things to create, and people do it every day. But at some point, after you've done 1,000 of them, you need something more to fulfill your desire to create.
Right.
So the glitter was another thing, and I followed that routine myself for a long time. Again, compliments of you, actually, because
right.
you got me my first glitter job with Miley Cyrus's property in Malibu.
Yeah.
And 2015 or 16, and from that, I just kind of followed your lead.
Got more and more glitter. Yeah. So now we're doing some more. It's a flake. It's like a plastic flake that we're throwing in broadcasting.
Isn't it like a heavy metal too?
Well, we have heavy metal, but we like this other product a lot better.
So explain, what is it? Because I don't think I've used it or seen
it. It's like a plastic flake that's gold, that's silver. It comes in different blends, and we sell them in 10-pound bags.
Works amazing in epoxy, obviously. I mean, it's settled.
Yeah, but so you broadcast the first one into about 125 to 150 feet per gallon is how you broadcast it.
Okay.
Then you come back the next day and you flood it, literally 25 feet per gallon.
Okay.
And you still have this material sticking up on top of the surface. It's like grass that just keeps like sprouting up.
All right.
So then you have to come back and you got to sand the heck out of it, and then pour more material.
Pour
on,
more
right?
material.
So sometimes it's 3 pours.
3 pours to get it right.
But it looks so deep, so 3-dimensional. It's
So much better than just flake.
It's gorgeous.
In itself.
It's way gorgeous.
If it's that big too, I mean, it would make such a pronounced appearance. You know, like you said, in the depth. And
I'm telling you, on countertops and stuff, we haven't done any yet, but we're going to.
Well, you got me interested.
It's beautiful product. So what's really cool is I'm able to come out here, see my friend Daryl, and participate in this podcast. And it's like, you know, this epoxy business is just still in its infancy. You know, as much as people are like, well, you know, we started the university back 4 years ago where we started to train and teach people how to do these, you know, floors, whether it's a flake floor for the garage or it's a metallic floor or it's, you know, commercial industrial floor. And I'm just telling you, like, from where we're at today to 2025, it's going to double.
Hey, it's going to probably more than that.
It's going to double
Yep.
in the use of coatings, right?
Yep. And it's limitless.
So
really.
if there's people out there, and this is what's kind of what I like about what I'm doing, is that I'm teaching people how to fish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's exciting.
So I can feed them and their families for a lifetime. Like that means a lot to me to be able to hear somebody say, hey, I took your class 3 years ago. It changed my life. You know what I'm saying? We're having a better lifestyle. I'm being able to provide for my children. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, you know, private schools. I don't want them in the
or
public
college
school
now,
thing.
Or
Yeah, so that's what I like about it, you know, the most, is being able to teach other entrepreneurs how to be entrepreneurs.
and that's again, that's an artisan thing to me, because in order to really understand how to be a businessman, to me, it really is part artisan. It really is. I mean, you got to understand so many things around you. It's almost like psychology. You know, you got to have a skill set
Right.
to be really gifted at business, and you have it in spades. And I like all the things you continue to bring. One of the things I like a lot is this epoxy network that you're growing.
Yeah.
You've touched on that some, but give us a little broader scope of what it is you're
So
doing. with it.
Epoxy Network is really a digital marketing tool that is being utilized in the industry by architects, by designers, by contractors, and it's basically a digital directory. So it's if it's a one place to go if you need to know anything about epoxy, it's on there.
See, that's amazing to bring everything to one market. Otherwise, it's chasing your tail on YouTube trying to find, or some other marketplace to try to find the right, you know, installer and contractor. This kind of eliminates all the guesswork and provides all that.
Yeah, so we came to market. I sat down with the marketing company that builds websites, and,
Right.
and I told them what I wanted, and they're like, well, that's going to be a lot of money. You know,
Right,
you're talking
right.
about a lot of pages, you're
Sure.
talking about a lot of content. And I'm like, sometimes you have to not look at what the money is.
Right.
You got to look at what you're going to deliver to as an end result, right? So I invested a lot of money into this. I thought it was good for the economy, good for
It is.
good for the industry as
It
a
is.
whole.
The industry needs this, truthfully.
And it's a low-cost way for people to get their company name out there on kind of like an Angie's List, but an
Right,
Angie's List
right.
only for epoxy, right?
Just for yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting people launched up on the directories, and so far people are getting leads, and they're really excited about it.
It's starting to click.
Yeah, and
It's
we're building 24 blogs a month.
That's huge. That's
know,
huge in itself. And
yeah.
blogs is something we're going to be doing a lot more of too, with the sponsors that we work with under materials and
Yeah,
brands.
so
such as
huge
yours.
content, you know, and I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, I said, you know, there's only really a few people that manufacture the product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's basically, it's a branding thing.
Right.
It's a, hey, who do you have the relationship with? Hey, these people taught me the business.
Yep.
I use their machines and equipment. I want to stop at a one-stop shop,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I always say to Jimmy, I'm like, God, I really hate having to go to Home Depot or go to Lowe's.
Yeah.
You know, get
Yeah,
buckets. So we're carrying the buckets.
All of us feel that. See, that's the awesome thing.
We're carrying the tape. We're carrying the plastic. We're carrying the shoes. Everything that you need. You go into an
One-stop shop.
Xtreme Express.
You know,
You get a shopping cart. You walk the store. You load yourself up. You go to the cash register. You pay, and you're out the door.
that's freaking brilliant.
You know.
Chris.
So we're excited
Again,
about it.
innovative. What you're bringing to market's
The-
innovative. That's
the-
what I wanted to get out today.
And the big thing is that other people out there like you, like the entrepreneurial spirited person that wants to say, hey, do I want to sell juice for a living? You know, I got a couple juice stores.
Oh yeah.
You know, all organic, vegan, right? Because
Hey,
I want to eat healthy. I want to keep my energy up.
You got to try that. Juice to you, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
We're
You gotta
giving
try his brand.
Juice to You a plug, so make
Yeah,
sure you
yeah.
go out there and try Juice to You. We're in Boca Raton and Pompano Beach, but it's really kept me healthy.
Yeah. And that's huge too, man, because your physical, you know, body is you know, everything.
Yeah,
Without
if you have no health, you have no
you've
wealth.
got no life.
Yeah, you
None
have
of this
no
means
life.
anything
Exactly.
without the
So
your temple, as they say.
it is, and people abuse their bodies,
Yep.
and they're working themselves into the ground.
Yep.
The bottom line is keep yourself healthy. Share with as much people as you can. Like don't hide anything from people. That's I always felt that I got further in life by sharing with people, like what you're doing right now. You're
And
sharing this with people.
And your transparency is honest and legit. Despite your successes, you've always treated me the very same, with honesty and respect. And so that's one thing that I think is absolutely huge in the market as well. Every once in a while, I got to get back to the screen and make sure it's still recording.
There you go.
So,
So how well, this is one of your first podcasts, so you're gonna get this thing mastered like anybody else, right?
Yes, it's every day. It's working out the little kinks and the little bumps until we figure out.
It's
how to
trials,
make it,
trials and errors, right? So
Each step gets easier.
I go to the Aerosmith concert last night.
Yeah,
over
let's
at the
hear
park,
about that.
And I thought I was filming, right, the Toys in the Attic.
Right.
They're encore
Brilliant,
piece, right?
yeah, right.
Couldn't find it anywhere on my phone, so I thought that maybe I was just sitting there holding a camera.
Probably was, you know, and I've done that, and that's the worst thing, especially when you capture something brilliant. So the other day on my first trailer episode that I was working on, I forgot I had my phone sitting right next to me, and it rang and it interrupted my recording. And I was 5 minutes into a recording, and I was on a roll. I was like, this is just flowing off my tongue. I feel like I've been doing this my whole life. And I didn't want to eliminate that, and I'm not sure how to edit all that out yet. I'll be completely honest with the audience. And so I just left it. I figured, why not? You know, I mean, it's the real world. This stuff happens. We forget to do something and turn our cell phone off or whatever. So I just made it part of the show.
It's good.
It's okay, right?
It's totally okay. You
But,
can't you can't ever make a mistake. It's only a mistake if you think it's a mistake.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The real life, I think, is making the mistakes that we make and then learning from them, and hopefully, if we're strong enough, we laugh from them and move forward.
Right, for sure.
So what we're gaining here today by having someone like Chris Lavin in our little studio talking about all the things that we are is understand that we can reach the masses in so many different platforms and levels, and this is one of them, and this is a good one. It's one that can be both audible as well as visible, and we can ask and create a lot of questions as we go. Now, in our future shows, I'm going to do a 15-minute or 10-minute live segment where people can actually call in and talk to us or ask questions on our interface, so we can talk in a little more private and personal way to our audience as we grow. So keep that in mind as well, too. I think that's exciting.
That's kind of cool. I want to be the prank caller.
Yeah,
you know?
right. You probably, and see, that's the thing too. Is that
Hey, listen.
do you got any crack filler?
Yeah, there you go. Is Philip McCrack in there?
That's right.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun too, and I think that's what this show has got to be about as well. And also one of the things that I love in working with you is all the artisans that you've worked with, and I could just think, besides Jimmy, all the different things you've done and the shows you've done and the things that you guys have created, the people you know personally who are artists in one capacity or another. That's what this is all about. I want to hear about all of them and how this whole thing works together. Everybody has a different opinion about what art is. I had a guy comment the other day on my Bad Mojo Instagram platform, and he said something about artisans and their opinion isn't valued, and you're all full of it. And I said, well, I'm certainly full of passion, and I love what I do. And I made something good of his negative remark, and that's what life's got to be about. People are going to try
and there's those people out there that's all they do. They're just negative
the
people.
higher you climb a ladder, the more open you are to somebody to try to shoot you down.
And they're just envious people.
Yeah. And to me, it's about positivity.
Yep.
There's going to be shitty days, and we're going to have bad moments. And I had one earlier when neither my camera nor my computer were working right. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? But you get over that and you get past it, and you be happy about the blessings that we have. I think we've both been blessed a lot. All of us have. But in the future, I think too that I want to continue to hear more from you. I want you to be able to call me, and where I can, actually just add you to our episodes from time to time if you'd like that. I'd certainly
that's not
like
a problem. I'm always available
Yeah,
for you, Daryl.
yeah, even
and the
if
one
it's-
thing to everybody that is out there that is watching your podcast here, if you're interested in getting out from behind the desk. If you're interested in getting away from your employer that abuses you, doesn't pay you enough money, do you know what I'm saying? And you want something better in your life, right? Call a number. If you can list my number on this piece here, or dial it at 800-659-5843. Ask for me, Chris, and I'll get you steered in the right direction to where you can, do something that you've never done before. If you want to succeed in life, you have to do something that you've never done before. And that's what you're doing right now.
Yep. Then you got to break the
great.
fear cycle and say, I'm just going to do it. You have social media platforms, webpage.
Yeah. We're on Facebook under Xtreme Polishing Systems. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. We're pretty much all over the internet. You can go to our website at extremepolishingsystems.com. You can come visit one of our stores. We're having classes now every month.
Yep. And this is huge. Training. You can learn from the pros. And this is something I hold dear to my heart. It's still going to play a big role in my career. Learn from others who can really educate you to use the right machinery, the right products, the right way. So don't forget, check out on the training as often as you can. And I think you actually have a whole webpage dedicated to that, right?
Yeah, we have polishconcreteuniversity.com.
Okay.
My contracting company is nationalconcretepolishing.net. And it's juice-2-u.com if you want to get some good cold pressed juices.
You got to check it out. When I was there last, he had given me a little organic shot because I wasn't feeling very well. I had kind of a cold going on, and I got to tell you about that. What's the name? Was it ginger?
That was a healthy. That was a turmeric, ginger, and orange juice.
Wow, they talk about a shot. It lit me up.
in a good way. In a good way.
In a good way, exactly right. But yeah, definitely juice to you. And in fact, sooner or later there's going to be one here in Vegas. I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
I keep pulling strings hard enough. You never know.
We're slowly building that company. As soon as it becomes profitable, we're gonna outreach to some more areas. So.
Well, again, just keep in mind, that business is an artisan approach, and the more confident you are that go after your dreams, the more likely it is they're going to happen. So, and again, Chris, I can't thank you enough. Jimmy, I'm glad that you were here today too. Next time we got to get you in this podcast because you're the man with just an infinite knowledge on artistic ability.
Dr. Jimmy is it the teller? The teller's the guy that doesn't talk, and Penn does all the talking. So I'm the guy that does all the talking. Jimmy's just the mastermind behind it all.
He's the guy to make it all happen.
Yeah,
and it requires both.
Yeah.
It does. And again, I think one more final thing to delve back into this just for another minute is talking about teamwork. And as I was telling you earlier before our little podcast here, is that I really appreciate the team that I've witnessed you build, and I've taken that to heart as I look at my future growth and branding. And I say that not only can the branding be strong and your relationships be transparent and strong, but the teamwork. And you've got somebody really for every detail that you need to take care of, and that's priceless. And it doesn't mean you need to hire 16 people, but it does mean that you need to have the right people helping you achieve this in addition to your own desires and dreams. You got to have good people with you, and you got to trust them, and they also have to be transparent and honest. So
sure,
you build that, then anything's possible.
It is. Well, thanks a lot for your passion, okay?
Thanks,
always
Chris.
a pleasure.
You bet. All right.
1.